Hello, I'm Oscar Lewis with Mobility Stairlifts, and today we're going to demonstrate and show you how to remove an Acorn stairlift from your stairway. To begin with, you'll need to have a couple of tools or items at your disposal. One of them is going to be the remote control for the stairlift. I recommend you have a bladed screwdriver and a Phillips, 10mm wrench, and an impact drill. The impact drill will need to have a bit in it that will allow you to remove the screws from the brackets. That'll either be a bladed screw head or a Phillip and or a hex head. Very first thing I'm going to suggest that you do is run the stairlift up to the top. Once it's stopped up there, then I'm going to recommend that you take it down approximately 2 feet. Once it gets down to that 2-foot position, I recommend you turn it off so you don't have to hear it beep. And what you're going to begin to do is remove the seat and go through the removal process. By flipping up the seat, it'll give you access to remove the cap that holds the chair on. You'll then unscrew this cable that's connecting all the operational mechanisms to the motor, and you'll remove the chair itself. It's simply press the handle down, lift off, and set the chair aside. Next, up at the top end of the rail, you're going to remove the trim cap, and you're going to see 2 stops, mechanical and a dead stop. They're held on with screws. You remove them. The black one has 2 screws. Actually, they both have 2 screws. Once they're removed, you set them aside, and you're ready to run the stairlift motor back up and off of the rail. Turn it back on, drive it. You're going to drive it up into your arms or into your hands. Once it gets to the top, you'll actually hear it maybe make a little bit of a stutter. That's just the noise that it makes when it gets to the end. This thing is about 85 pounds, so be careful. You want to lift it off the rail, set it aside. Next, you'll remove the power or the electrical. It'll look something like this, an electrical adapter. It's wired into either the top and or the bottom of the track. This particular one we've got is from the top. You can unscrew that with a simple bladed screwdriver, set it aside. Next, you're ready to remove the connection or the screws for the brackets and the rail itself. That's where you use your impact drill. You'll remove all 4 of those. Keep in mind, your installation may actually have covered 13 steps, so you may have 3 brackets, 4 brackets, you may have 2 segments of rail. In the instance where you have a short one like this, by removing those 2, you can lift this off and your uninstall is complete. But if you've got a longer stairway, you're going to need a 10mm wrench and 10mm socket. And what you will find are 6 cross-drilled screws right at the junction. You'll remove all 6 of those, and as you separate or want to separate the 2 segments, you'll need to remove a screw in this gear strip right there at the junction. And what you will see at this junction is some nylon joints and this spine. It's an aluminum spine. All of that just simply comes apart once you remove the screws, and it'll allow you to remove the top end of the rail, understanding that right up the center will be a wire. There are disconnects, quick disconnects. You unplug them, so you now have 2 track segments in your hands, and one of them will be 8 foot, one will be 5, 6, 7, whichever. And your uninstall is finished. Be safe.